Israel's massive bombing campaign on Gaza is being carried out with full U.S. support. Actions like these
אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק.
are the latest in a long line of human rights abuses by Israel against Gaza. And American backing is crucial to Israel's continuing conduct. The international community has condemned this kind of abuse many times over the past several decades. But rhetoric like this means Israel can continue to dodge accountability.
The United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back.
And this isn't the first time the U.S. has provided cover for some of Israel's worst abuses. In fact, the U.S. has used its veto power on the UN Security Council to strike down resolutions critical of Israel at least 53 times since 1972. This includes blocking resolutions that challenge Israel's building of illegal settlements and thwarting attempts to hold Israel accountable for previous war crimes in Gaza. The U.S. even opposes the International Criminal Court's investigation into Israel's alleged war crimes in the occupied Palestinian territories. That is, the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. It's not just public support that the U.S. gives to Israel, but financial support as well. Each year, the U.S. gives Israel $3.8 billion in military aid. After Israel's latest bombardment of Gaza, the U.S. even dispatched an aircraft carrier that's been called the world's largest warship to the eastern Mediterranean. Some analysts see moves like this to be more motivated by domestic political concerns, rather than military strategy, especially since Israel doesn't need U.S. military support in its attack on Gaza. It's done that many times on its own to devastating effect. The U.S. has a long history of getting involved in the Middle East. The U.S. has been one of Israel's biggest supporters and has been heavily supplying weapons to Israel for the last 50 years. In the past, the U.S. at least attempted to be a mediator in peace talks between the Israelis and Palestinians. But in recent years, the U.S. has escalated its support of Israel and largely ignored the plight of Palestinians. The Trump administration recognized Israel's illegal annexation of East Jerusalem and even moved the U.S. embassy there. The Biden administration continued Trump's policies and avoided confronting Israeli apartheid. Even while many voices within Israel are blaming actions by Netanyahu's right-wing government for the calamity Israel suffered on October 7th, this critique is much rarer in the U.S. The U.S. has condemned Hamas for killing at least 1,200 people in Israel, but offered this defense of Israel even as that country has killed more than 1,000 people in Gaza.
Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop.
Effectively giving Israel a pass for whatever actions and potential war crimes the country might commit going forward.